Department. Wanted to just show you a brief presentation, one of on a lighter note, what's happened here lately in the cable department. There's been a couple of new programs that was instituted, and the chief so eloquently spoke about the Coffee with the Cop program. We were able to actually capture some of that information. So we thought we'd give you an opportunity to watch a little TV for a moment. So I'm going to have Eric or Debbie go ahead, and she's going to run the actual presentation, give you an opportunity to see everything that's been done here in a moment, and then we'll kind of go into more detail. And while she's, hopefully that'll pull up. Yeah, this should play it there. So for those that can't see, and hopefully we'll be able to hear here in a moment.
HCTV earned first place at the 2015 Scanator Awards for City News and in the category of documentary profile under 400,000 for our coverage of Coffee with the Cop, as well as placing in second place for Hawthorne Profiles in the same category. In addition, we earned second place for Our Town Continental Gourmet.
Yeah, I've got to see Russell.
In this edition of City News, find out what major company released one of its newest products right here in our own city. Also see how local organizations are putting their foot down to stop domestic violence. Let's see why these folks are already thinking of the holiday season. These stories and much more coming up on City News. Captain Keith Kaufman and Sergeant Chris Cognac headed to Salt Lake City, Utah to continue training more officers on the Coffee with the Cop program.
We're in Magna, Utah at Smith's. It's a grocery store. Not really working too well. There's some issues with, people aren't coming in and there's a lot of cops and it's kind of intimidating.
They're helping the host agency with suggestions on how to improve if necessary.
So we're trying to break things up a bit. We're making a guy go to the door and be a greeter, which is something that we always stress. And we're going to thin it out a bit so people are more friendly and welcoming. So that's one of the things we do here after the class is we have a practical application and we come and we help them do it better. So we'll see how it works.
Olympian pride. This comes to mind when the topic of losing your football is talked about. And after a 2-38 record the last 4 years, one man stepped up to try and bring back that pride.
Damian Porter, head football coach, Lusinger High School.
Hawthorne's got some great stuff. Great food, great people, great stories. I'm Sergeant Chris Cognac, and I'm going to show them to you. This is our town. Everybody knows that cops know the best places to eat. I'm going to show you one of my favorites, Continental Gourmet. It's at 129th and Prairie. They got a deli, they got sandwiches, they got meats. It's fantastic. Come check it out. All right, we're going to meet my friend Sergio. He's been here for a long time. His family owns this place. It's great food.
Okay, as you can see, that was just kind of a brief synopsis and a quick little visual of basically the 4 programs that our cable department actually took first place, 2 first place awards and 2 second place awards. 2 of the programs that you witnessed were actually brand new programs that were instituted, obviously Coffee with a Cop, and I want to thank the police department for giving us the opportunity to tag along and be able to give you a visual of what they actually do when they say they leave from Hawthorne and have extended this program. That was just a quick snippet, obviously, of Utah, but they've gone all the way as far as, if I'm not mistaken, Philadelphia, which again, Captain Ishii would be happy to explain more so. But it's been a tremendous program, as well as the opportunity for certain programs that we actually put on Channel 22 for you all to visually see. And this was all done by the work by those that are behind me. I think it speaks volumes of their efforts, specifically when we're competing against those with budgets over $1 million. The budgets that we are working with in the categories were less than $400,000, and we took first place. So when we're competing against other jurisdictions, other agencies within the state of California, as well as Nevada, to win first place, I think speaks volumes of what they've done. And so I want to give a moment, an opportunity to have them introduce themselves and allow you all here in this council meeting, as well as those that are viewing, to see who it is that's been producing and viewing and giving you the great television that you've been seeing. So without further ado, I'll introduce Eric Chavez and Debbie Shantos.
Thank you very much for this opportunity for you guys to check out some of the work that we've done. I'll let all the guys here introduce themselves, but I just wanted to say some of the guys that couldn't be here, want to recognize them, because without them, some of this stuff couldn't have happened. That's Photog's Francisco Castillo, Luis Godinez, Luis Gonzalez, Stephen James, Mamdou Salih, and reporters is Daniel Lindley, Shantae Passmore, Cindy San Luis, and Jennifer Wade. Here's the rest of the crew.
I just wanted to say thank you again for letting us actually work for the city. It's been great, and I believe I speak for everyone that we all enjoy hunting for stories and learning more about the city. Just wanted to say that Hawthorne should be proud. We actually, in the LA market, out of the ABC, CBS, NBC, and KTLA, each station has a reporter who started here in Hawthorne, and they are on that network now. We also have our business cards. We left some more out front, and we have on the back of them information how you can watch the channel. If you can't get Time Warner Cable on Channel 22 in the city, there are other ways to see our programming. And I'll let everybody introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Freddie Rodriguez. I'm a photographer for the channel.
I'm Jennifer Murillo Avila. I'm a reporter and producer and anchor for our channel.
Hello, I'm Kelly Moody. I'm one of the actual new reporters for Hawthorne Community Television, and it's been very exciting to get to watch everything that happens in the city, so thank you.
Hello, I'm Paul Knapp, and I've been here 15 years. I've probably done 560 council meetings. Wow. Always downstairs, so you don't see me. I've produced over 200 library shows. I've produced 5 documentaries of the Beach Boys. I was co-host with Norb on the tour of Hawthorne, and just been a great time these last 15 years. Thanks.
And so again, council as well as constituents, so we just wanted you to get a visual of those that are behind the camera, so when you're out and about and the different events that happen in the city and you wonder, well, who is it that's covering them? these are just some of the staff. One of the staff members, as a matter of fact, is getting an Employee of the Year award with the Los Angeles Dodgers, so that's why they can't be here, because they're working there. So we're very extremely proud of all the work that they've done, and just wanted to give you an opportunity to see them face to face, since you typically they're behind the camera, so you don't really get to see them or intermingle with them. But at this time, if I'd love to have the council, if they wouldn't mind, taking a picture with the folks, and we'd like to get those posted on the website so we can kind of promote and brag on all of our employees here with the cable department. So thank you again for your time.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Hi everybody. Let's even out a little bit. If I can get you guys to go to your right. There we go. All right, everybody look at me. One, two, three. One more. One, two, three. Very nice. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
I want to say thank you to the cable department, to all of you, for all of the wonderful work you do all the time, for always showing up to our events, for making us look good. Because of you, Hawthorne looks really good, and you really make our events a big success, and we really do appreciate you. Thank you again, and thank you, David, for bringing them.
Through your chair.
Yes, sir.
Wow, 560 meetings in 15 years, Paul. That's incredible. And I've known you for all that time, and time just flies by. I just want to, thank all the members that come to our events. Eric, Francisco, Magdu, Jennifer, and everybody else. It's a very hard-working crew. Thank you very much.
And to the chair,
Yes.
I just want to say again, Channel 22, you're awesome. You make the sacrifice even on weekends to be present, and we thank you for that. Paul, I think I first met you when you were having car trouble outside in the parking lot, and I ended up giving you a ride home to Torrance, and we talked about what you do, and I learned who you were, and that was just a good time for me bonding and to hear all the other work that you have done. You're extraordinary and a good person, and I just want to thank Channel 22 for all you're doing. And you're absolutely right. I see some of our anchors that started here on local TV at home at 10 and 11, and that's awesome. And I know some of you are going to be doing that here shortly too. Thanks.
Through the chair.
Yes.
I'd like to echo everything that my colleagues have said, and in particular highlight the Beach Boys documentary, the one where you're traveling throughout the city and showing all the different locations. I didn't know that the Beach Boys went to York Elementary School. That's where I went to kindergarten, but you highlighted that in the documentary. So, and all the different other places around Hawthorne where they live, where they went to school, and so that's just an example of the quality of work that our team does here. So congratulations, Cable Department.
Thank you, Cable. Appreciate it. Mr. Clerk, please read guidelines for our communications.
Any person desiring to address the City Council, Parking Authority, Housing Authority should complete a speaker request card and submit the card to